Well, hello, Capricorn. Welcome to your October reading. Hello. So, your cards on the table. First, we have Companion, and it is in the upright. Loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. And then we have Reason, listen to advice, think clearly, intellect. Okay, before I get into these cards, so all over, I'm getting the need for friendships. I'm getting the need for companionship here. Okay. There's going to be some sort of draw towards companionship for you, what it means to you, how to make it happen, different aspects of it, because one aspect of companionship, like friendship, is different from a romantic relationship companionship or like working with a coworker. Okay. And there's a lot, you're definitely in a thinking mode in October as well, so everything seems deeper to you, everything is you're getting to the bottom line. What's the logic, what's the reason, that type of thing in October. Okay, so we have anxiety and earth magic, shapeshifter hostilities, smudging ceremony, and great achievement. So you are taking note of your environment in October. I can see there are some things I feel like you don't like. I'm not going to say that you hate, there's some things that you feel like need to be worked on, or things that don't make you feel comfortable, or situations in your life maybe you feel like could be better or change. And I feel like you're digging deeper into that, Capricorn, in October. Like, what are things that I can change? What are things that make me feel uncomfortable? What are things that I do not like, right? Um, Also, I see a lot of change, okay? Because I feel like you're in this mode in Capricorn. As you know, you're not a person to just think about something. You think about it and you do it. There has to be a conclusion because it'll nag at you, okay? So I feel like you do start implementing some changes or making changes, and you will find that there is a bit of a struggle with hostilities, but the thing is, you have enough reason and understanding in October to get through those things. So I just see change, and then overcoming change. Okay. And because you're open to change, this just tells me that ending out October, you're bringing in new exciting opportunities for yourself, whether this is love, whether this is work, whether these are goals that you're trying to achieve. You will achieve them, right? It's like you have this trifecta going on, and it feels like a circle, like it's leading to achievement, it's leading to a finality. So that is good. And let's get into your cards, Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn, we have the Five of Pentacles, Death, Six of Pentacles, the Tower, Ten of Swords, Page of Pentacles, the Hierophant, Page of Cups, Three of Swords, and then the Four of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and this Renegade card here, the Nine of Wands. So this feels to be like the overall energy into me. This spread, though, says to me, I'm tired of overthinking and not doing anything about it, or tired of trying to find resolutions within a situation when I need to step outside of the box, type of feel. That's what I'm getting from the spread. So with this overall energy, I definitely see with the Four of Cups that something feels to be missing. You feel like something is missing. There's something you're not paying attention to, or there's something you're not acting on that you know that you should. Okay. But what's happening is it's starting to make you sad, or make you lose hope, or make you feel down. And that's not what you want, right? You want to move things forward. You want to expand. You want to be a better person. You want to grow. You want to have wisdom. You want these things. So this that's the overall energy for October, is that statement or those statements. Okay. So Yeah. There's this nagging feeling of needing to move on from a situation, needing to move on from where you're stuck, needing to take action, needing to make a move, needing to do something. And I'm hearing for yourself. Okay. Because there's this feeling of maybe doing things for other people or to keep the peace or for quote unquote comfortability, just because you don't want to. But there's this need to I need to take action. I need to make a movement for myself or I won't grow as a person. I won't grow. Things won't change. I'll always feel this way. Yeah. Okay. You're gonna start doing making change. I'm seeing bite-sized change, Capricorn. Um, you may try unconventional things eventually. I feel like once the negativity sort of subsides of all the bad things that can happen or how it can go wrong, um, you start to find things that work. It almost feels as though you have an internal promise excuse me, an internal promise to yourself to make better decisions moving forward, to have more things, to start sort of solidifying the life that you want to live or the things that you want. You're like, I have to do it. I have to make the efforts. But there is a little bit of internal talk or negativity that you have to get through before you sort of make that ultimate decision for yourself. But I see you playing around with it for a while. But the overall feeling of wanting your life to change, wanting things to be better, wanting to work hard, wanting to be your better self. It's like you're growing in that way. That drive is more than anything, you know. So I do feel like it overtakes any negativity, whether from you or anyone else. Those of you who are in long-term relationships or marriages, I feel like there's some underlying problem here. I know this is not something that you want to hear. Most people don't. But it feels like there's something that's not working here. It just comes up to me as an underlying problem. And this underlying problem is being ignored or not discussed. And it's making you feel less in love or less like you can get that love back. But I still see a commitment. Like, I don't see a breakup, but I see the emotional part of it sort of dwindling away. This gives a very weird energy because I see like a partner seeing you pull away and then trying to sort of like be flirty or get you back. It's like okay, bear with me, Capricorn. It's like someone sees you as a solid in their life, like something that doesn't go away. You are what comes with life for them. But you are feeling out of love with them. They're not giving you something. They're not listening. They're not cooperating in some sort of way. But I see them trying to flirt with you, like almost thinking like that's the step to get everything back on track. But it feels to me, Capricorn, that it's more to it than just flirting. It's more to it than just saying I'm sorry once. There's more to it than that. It seems deeper than that, whether they want to believe it or not. It's definitely something that you've noticed or been thinking about for a while, so it's hard to just accept, you know, a dozen roses and call it a like call it end to a tryst or some turmoil. So, okay. All right, Capricorn. I also see you making some moves to exit some things out of your life, okay? Things that only give you a little bit of like a little bit of care or a little bit of good feeling. Something that doesn't seem like it's going to last the test of time. You're not in the mood. You're not in the flirty mood. Like you're not in the mood for things that just come and go. You're definitely in the mood for long lasting dedication, things that make sense. Um, you're not in a let's just see what happens mood. Um, you're walking away. I'm gonna say it like this because that's how I feel. I feel like you're walking away from only taking a little bit, and you're only walking towards things that feel like it has some weight to it, some longevity, some stability. That's really what's important to you. You don't want to be sad. You don't want to wait. You don't want to hold on. You don't want to be the bigger person. you know, I feel like that's just not where you are right now because you're trying to release some negative thoughts or negative thought patterns that you've had. And you've done the let's hold on and see. You've done the let's wait and see how things play out. And it's just not playing out how you want. So I feel like there's a need to take more action. But you're more in the planning phase in October. Planning to take action. Okay, let's get in some more. All I'm hearing is this wavering thought in and out. Life could be better. Things could be better. Situations could be better. Not that it's terrible, okay? It's just the thought it could be better. And there has to be something I can be doing. There has to be some choices that I can make to sort of make things feel better for me. I'm smart. I'm wise. I have knowledge. And I'm also gaining more knowledge or thinking more clearly than I have in a while. And that leads to you making changes. Whether in how you do things, and how you think, and how you act, and how you respond, there needs to be change. I see that there are people that don't feel loved or cared about by you in this time while you're sort of working on yourself. And I see a little bit of struggle back and forth of like not wanting to make people feel bad, but also needing to pull back to kind of do what you need to do or focus on what you need to focus on. It just feels like an unfortunate series of events on both, for both parties or on all sides. you're pulling back to focus on yourself and do what you need to do. And then there is someone else or other people who want your attention. And you're like, but I need this time for myself. So you have to be able to sort of see both sides there. What I do want to say is during this time, it's important always for you to take this moment to yourself. When you need a moment, Capricorn. And you do have to remember to yourself, whatever is meant to be will be there when I get done with this. It's not like I'm doing anything terrible. I'm taking care of myself so I can come back or approach a person again or a situation again with a clearer, better, more mature mind. You know? Okay. But because other people may have abandonment issues or whatnot, really unfortunate to say, it doesn't have anything to do with you. Okay. So you do definitely get a I'm hearing like come to Jesus aha moment for yourself. And the world kind of looks different. Things are going to change. You're approaching things different. You feel different. So I do feel like you come out of your shell in October. And you're ready to express all the things that you've learned or that now how you want to interact with the world. There is a little complication in that everybody is not going to be on board or things are not going to be as easy. Now, when we're gung-ho about something and open to an opportunity, we're always like, ooh, this is going to be great, smooth, I'm going to do it, right? But you will hit some snags. It just means that you need to like resolve them, you know? So I see you just resolving them, but don't lose your momentum here. Don't fall back just because it got a little bit hard. Don't overthink yourself into oblivion either because you hit these tiny snags. You still have to have faith, right? You still have to believe in yourself and you still have to keep working, taking those opportunities, stepping out there. Yeah, you're definitely learning about healthy relationships here. It's like a transition from September to October. You're learning about healthy relationships, choosing yourself. It's not that you're not paying attention to your partner or not listening to them, but also it's important to choose yourself, right? You also deserve to be happy in a relationship, a friendship, whatever, okay? So you're stopping the patterns that could have led to a relationship, companionship to be unhealthy. I see you working on a project that's kind of been swirling in your head for some time. Yeah, it's gonna start. You're gonna start that project. I don't know how to say it. It kind of feels like pop off, like you're starting that project. It's really interesting because I see after you start it, you're just like, oh, this wasn't as hard as I thought it was. It may seem like it's a lot of work, but it's definitely not as hard as you thought it was. Like if I just got myself on track earlier, it could have been done, but at the same time you weren't ready like you are now. So like I said, with you working on some sort of project, I feel like somebody wants your attention and you can't give it because you're too busy like focusing on this project to finally get it done, which you do. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. You're definitely starting some sort of project that you have like pushed to the side or maybe haven't focused on. It's like you have the the willpower, the internal umph to like start on this and get it done. And I do see you like blocking everything else out because it's a distraction. And you don't want this to be any harder than it needs to be. But for some reason, Capricorn, it definitely is I need to be by myself for a while to get this done. Okay. Yeah, this spread, every time I see these two cards together in this order, I always feel like you have a lot of love to give. You don't mind giving it, but you need to be able to give it to a situation where things can grow, right? Because it's like I need to feel like it's worthwhile, like it's doing something. Like I'm not just giving it just for somebody else because they want it and then they don't give it back to me. That doesn't seem fair. And that's what I see. It's like I have all this love to give. I do love, but I can't love in a hopeless self situation, like a loveless space. And it's like you're coming up with this realization that it's not you giving up, you know, it's you knowing your boundaries and knowing your rights, really. You have the right to be in love as well as someone else does. I see this a lot in those kind of relationship vibes where you have someone that has some sort of trauma, okay, that they have grown with, where they need for another person to validate them, their feelings, their care, their love all the time, their testing, all these things. And you have another partner who wants to give that to them. They love them so much. They want to show them. They want to do all these things for them. But it's like one partner is constantly in tests and the other partner is constantly receiving everything they need, their love language. But the tested person doesn't get their love language fulfilled. And it's that's not balanced. Okay. It gives me that vibe. Yeah. You're definitely very clear on making decisions in October as well, Capricorn. A lot of things that you've had in your head to do or express are coming out to resolve some ongoing contemplations or issues that have been nagging at you. Yeah. This is that this this is that strive for I want everything that should be for me. Like I want the life that's for me, the job that's for me, the love that's for me, the friendships that are for me. And I have been in situations where I've been trying to push people and situations to be like that for me, but I have not been receiving that back. Right? So it's like I'm not doing that anymore. That's not fair to me. So I'm only going to be in situations that feel fair. It's not selfish as much as it may make other people feel. It's more like I know my worth and I'm going to not step back from that. Okay. So see what Spirit has in these cards for you. Any advice gonna come slipping out for you, Capricorn? Grief. Leaving it all behind. And I'm also getting from this card hard. It's hard. It's hard to leave things behind. It's like you don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. If everything could just be smooth, that would be nice, but it just can't be that way for some reason. It feels very tangled, but also it feels like I'm taking care of myself. I'm doing these things for myself because if I don't do it, who's going to do it? Okay. Abundance, that's where we're going. Like I said, there's some project getting done or some focus on making money or taking care of monetary issues, and it's coming out in your favor. Like I said, it doesn't seem to be fun, right? But I feel like you're communicating to the universe what's important to you, and they are delivering. And then victim. Not allowing yourself to be, like I said with this card, because it feels like it's very tangled. It's not allowing yourself to be a victim of your emotions or someone else's emotions or what the world thinks of attachment. I'm going to give you an example. This is a very strange example. But let's say you're in a marriage. I'm not telling you to get divorced, okay? Let's just say that. Let's say you're in a marriage. You haven't been happy for like 5 years. You've tried to fix it. You've talked, therapy, all of that. And it just doesn't seem to, your partner doesn't seem to be responding to it. There are moments where you just grow and your partner doesn't, okay? But I understand that people like want to stay and make it work. But there comes a point where you're just so tired or so sad that you can't. And this is why divorce exists. Okay. Because it kind of feels like that. It feels like I have to do this because I'm tangled in this web of realities of who I am and what I'm supposed to do. But I'm feeling closed in. I'm feeling suffocated. There's no way out for me. And at that ultimate kind of finality, there has to be a move, you know? All right, Capricorn. Woo. There was a lot that need to get out to you today, huh? I love you. And I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.